Let's talk about why you shouldn't invest a lot of time into learning service delivery for your agency in 2025 and beyond. And this is going to sound absolutely ridiculous compared to a lot of the information that's out there online. Service delivery is very important. Being able to fulfill for your clients is very important. But learning and wasting all of this time consuming loads and loads and loads of information on how things are done or how things are fulfilled is a giant waste of time, especially as a beginner. Now, I'm going to explain why. As a beginner, if you have no money coming in, you don't have a business. If you have no clients, you don't have a business. You have to understand how to sell things and get the deal moving forward always before you have to fulfill. You're never going to do fulfillment before you do sales. This is a fundamental principle of business. You have to have money coming in the door and then you have a business. Most people, especially beginners, I hear the same thing over and over again. Well, I don't know how to, I don't know how to fulfill for my clients. And then I say, okay, well, how many clients do you have? And they say, well, zero. I haven't started yet. So my question to them is, why are you learning service delivery? This is essentially putting the cart before the horse. What I recommend you to do is have a fundamental understanding of how the service is delivered. How does it work? What's the process? How are you going to be different? What's your unique selling proposition? What's your unique angle? And then how are you going to explain how you're going to deliver the service? Now, you're never going to deliver the service or run the ads or do the email campaigns or do all the marketing or do the editing or do whatever it is before you have money in the door. Beginners waste a lot of time. They take forever to make decisions. And if you're a beginner watching this, you probably resonate with that. You take forever to make decisions. You're not sure on what niche you should target. You're not sure of what service that you're going to do. You're not sure of how you're going to deliver. And what it does is it gives you a lot of imposter syndrome on your sales calls. What I recommend to you is I recommend that you watch my videos and you fundamentally understand how all of these different services work and you understand how all of these different things are put together in order to facilitate a sales conversation with the customer. And the reason I say that is because in order for you to even fulfill the service, you have to get some money to do it. You have to get someone to say yes. So there are tons of different services that you can deliver. If you spend, let's say, 100 to 200 hours, 2 weeks of time, or 3 weeks or a month of time, trying to figure out how you're going to write emails that are going to make somebody money, and you don't actually go out into the marketplace and try to get someone to say yes to allowing you to write emails and paying you to write emails that make them money, well, then you just wasted 200 hours of time that could have been better spent actually going out and finding customers and selling to customers. The longer it takes for you to go out into the marketplace and start selling and start your business, the lower chance that you have of actually making it. The next 4 years are going to be the biggest wealth transfer in human history. It is going to be so easy to succeed, that if you actually just give it some effort and you try, you're going to make some money. If you waste time watching videos on YouTube about how to deliver your service and how to do X, Y, or Z, or how to run an ad campaign and all this stuff, you're probably not going to make it as fast as the guy who's just like, okay, shit, I'm going to do this, and then picks up the phone, figures out how to sell it. Someone like me picks up the phone, figures out how to sell it, and just figures it out. Okay, I'm going to sell this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to figure out how to go and do it after I get some money in the door. I had two really, really, really good mentors back when I was in college. One guy, he had a $2 billion exit for a medical software company back in the 90s, and he was the VP of the Siemens Corporation for the United States. The other one was a very good mentor of mine who was one of the biggest private venture capitalist angel investors in Philadelphia. Both of these guys told me the same thing. They said, regardless of what business that you get into, don't worry about how it all works. Figure out how you can sell it and then sell it, get some money to do it, and then figure out how to do it. Now you have money to pay people if you need to pay people to help you deliver the service. I'm not talking about drop servicing or anything like that. I'm talking about hiring and learning and building an organization and building a sustainable business. Both of these guys told me the same thing. And so one guy had a multi-billion-dollar exit, and the other guy was my professor for my entrepreneurship class that I took senior year. And halfway through the year, he had me teaching the class because I was doing online business at the time, and I was talking about corporate structures and how I was making money with advertising and drop shipping and the things that I was doing at the time back when I was 20, 21 years old. And he used to pull up to class in a G-Wagon, and I said, well, this guy has a $200,000 car. I might as well listen to what this guy has to say. This guy knows how to make money. And what he used to do was he used to take biotechnology companies and he used to package them up and flip them and make them profitable and sell them. So, and he would sell them to bigger pharmaceutical companies. So this guy was a multimillionaire. I think he's probably now a deep decamillionaire, or probably worth about 9 figures now. And he was a beast. And so I said, okay, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to listen to these guys who have exited companies, who have built something real, because these guys clearly know something that I don't. And so I just took that advice. And they all said the same thing. They said, if you learn how to sell, you're going to be successful forever. You're going to be very effective in a sales role, and then, do that, get some experience, and then go and do it for yourself, which is exactly what I did. So you need to listen to people who are further ahead of you, further ahead down the line than you are. And the reason is because there are clearly things that you don't know. Service delivery, and me, I'm further ahead than a lot of you, which is why you guys are watching these videos. There's no answer that I don't have for people from $0 to $200,000 a month. There's no answer that I don't have. This thing that I'm telling you here in this video will take you from 0 to 10K. Will take you from 0 to 20K, 20 to 50K. Because as long as you figure it out on the back end, you are going to make money. We are in business to make money. You want to start a business to make money, regardless of what your why is, why you're getting into things. If you're in business because you want to take care of your family, or you want to provide for yourself, or you want to provide a better life, or you feel like you're stuck in a 9-to-5, or you feel like there's this untapped ambition that you have where you genuinely want to succeed, and you want to succeed more than you want to breathe, if you're similar to how I was when I was younger and how I still am now. Sales and learning how to sell your own product, your own service, and starting a business is the most fulfilling thing that you're ever going to do, but you have to listen to people that are further ahead than you. This is going to change your life. I don't want you guys watching my videos and wasting tons and tons of time trying to figure out how to click buttons in the ads manager. And I want to speak on this quickly. If you think that, so there's two different things in advertising and marketing. So advertising is about data. Advertising is how do you spend money for a return? How do you create ads that generate a return? Now, advertising platforms and advertising algorithms, and this is just based on any kind of service delivery, is like it's an algorithm that's like an up and to the right kind of thing. So you start here, you start at 0, and then the algorithm learns and it learns and it learns, and then it goes down, and then you lose money, and then it goes up, maybe you break even, then maybe you make some money, until it starts to kind of hit this curve where it goes up and to the right. Eventually, the ads start to trail off, and then that line starts to go back down. This is really important stuff to know. This is all based on not the buttons that you click in the ad manager. You're going to be loading up the ad manager. You're going to be testing something called testing creatives. You're going to be testing new ads. Advertising is how you interpret the data in order to make data-driven decisions that are going to increase the revenue of the ads and increase the revenue of the business. Marketing, on the other hand, is qualitative most of the time and also quantitative, but then it becomes advertising. Marketing is the creative. It's the angles. It's the hooks. It's the video content. It's the static image content. All of these things are your marketing. Marketing allows the advertising to be successful. There's a stark difference between advertising and marketing. Marketing is psychology. Marketing is people. Marketing is relationships, and understanding the fundamental drivers in the human psychology behind how people do things and why people do things. Successful ads, they capture human psychology, which is why people buy things, which is why people click on the ads. If you're thinking about how do I learn service delivery, well, then you learn from me and you learn psychology. You learn how to exploit advantages that exist in the marketplace and opportunities that exist in the marketplace. And this stuff is super important. And I don't know why a lot of people don't teach this, but I teach this. And this is how I built all of my businesses and why I've been so successful. Because you have to understand why people do things in order to get people to buy things. I always say sales is about seeking understanding. So if you don't understand people, how are you going to sell things? How are you going to sell products? It's not clicking buttons in the ads manager. It's not how pretty the email looks. It's about the content. It's about the creative. It's about the hook. It's how things are sold. It's about the why behind your advertising. It's about the psychology behind your advertising. Because if you're able to do that and you're able to master this, you're never going to think about, oh, how can I deliver the service? You're going to think fundamentally, and like Elon Musk says, think in first principles of how people do things, why people make these decisions. How can we create advertising that speaks to the customer psychology? How can we create a hook that speaks to the customer psychology? Well, how can we attack this marketplace based on this customer research and this customer data? Marketing is all about how you do research on different marketplaces and different opportunities and things like that, and then how you use that research in order to make money. That's what marketing is. That's not the textbook example or the textbook definition, but that's my definition. And so the reason why people waste time with service delivery is they think that there's going to be a magical combination of keystrokes and buttons that they will click that are going to make them money, and that's not entirely true. It's about the magical number of keystrokes and the systematic process of moving your body parts in the right order based on the research and the data that you have. You are going to spend less time in the ads manager than you probably think. You're going to spend less time clicking buttons on the email service provider than you might think. Even video editing, right? It's about how you capture the attention. It's how the videos capture the attention of the watcher, of the viewer. It's not about what you click on the ad revenue or in the ads manager. Understand that if you do advertising, the best way to learn how to advertise is to run advertising. So this process that I'm describing is also how you can integrate this into your sales process when you're explaining how you go and sell these different things. Now, why is this important? Because a lot of companies are going to say, oh, well, we're running ads right now, but they have no way to explain why they're doing what it is that they're doing. If you're able to understand and explain the why and why your ads are going to convert better, or why your emails are going to convert better, why your videos are going to convert better for this customer, why your system or sales process or sales methodology is going to convert better for the customer, for the client, then you're going to do really well. You're going to do really well. Because most people don't have a plan. Most people go into this business, they don't have a plan. They don't have any system. They don't have any strategy. They just say, hey, I'm going to do this thing and we're going to run advertising, and the advertising doesn't convert, and then people get disgruntled and they lose money, and then you get burned, and a lot of people quit because it's hard to find success. The first principles and the fundamentals are going to make you successful. Wasting 200 hours, wasting 3 months of time or years of time, like some people I talk to, they say, oh, I've been trying to start a business. I've waited 2 months. We're trying to learn how to deliver the service. It's not about delivering the service when you just get started. It's about getting deals. It's about getting customers. It's about being aggressive and going out and attacking the marketplace and winning and dominating and actually wanting to be successful and doing the hard things, which is the outreach. It's super easy to do the service delivery. Everyone wants to sit back and do service delivery. If you want to sit back and do service delivery, go work a job. Go sit on your computer and work a job. If you want to start a business, you want to start an agency, you want to start SMMA, you want to start this thing that's going to make you successful, then you have to do the hard work. The hard work is the sales and the acquisition and the procurement of customers and working on your sales process and developing your sales process and creating sales assets and making sure that every single customer that you pitch, they have a clear understanding of why the thing that you're selling them makes money. They have a clear understanding of why it works. I'm really passionate about this because I'm really sick of talking to people and seeing them waste time and waste their energy and waste their effort. There's people who have been trying to start this business for years. They can't get any clients. They know everything, every little thing about conversion rate optimization and landing pages and the ads manager and how to click buttons, but they're still not successful. And the reason why they're not successful is because they might know everything, but they haven't been able to put it into practice. They might know everything, but they haven't been able to do it yet, because they haven't been able to do the hard work, because there's a physical or a mental block that is holding them back from doing that. And if that's you and what I'm saying resonates with you, then it's important that you have to get past the pain threshold. You have to get past it. You have to do the hard work. Magically clicking buttons on the computer in the ads manager is not going to make you a successful entrepreneur. It can help. The hard work is the sales. The hard work is the acquisition. The hard work is the process. When you learn this thing on the front end so that you can go out into the marketplace and start seizing opportunities and making money, which is why we're in business, like I said, regardless of what your why is, then you're going to be a lot more successful than all the guys you're competing against, because this is your competition. All of these guys who are watching all the same videos on YouTube about how to click buttons in the ads manager, and they're spending time watching the free course for Facebook ads for dentists and Facebook ads for plastic surgeons, you're going to absolutely crush these guys. You're going to crush them. And it's going to be really easy for you to crush them. And if you watch my videos, I want you to crush it. And I implore you and I encourage you to listen to what I say and compare all the stuff that I give you to all the other information that's out there. Because this stuff is what truly works. And the reason why this works is because it's based on fundamentals. It's based on first principles. And it's based on the decision drivers that cause people to do things. Everyone buys things. Everyone sells things. You need to put yourself in a position where you can capitalize not only on this great wealth transfer that we're about to experience in the coming years, but so that you can capitalize and absolutely just dominate all of your competition, all these guys that you're competing against. There's always room at the top for a winner. And if you watch these videos, I want you to be a winner. This is how you do service delivery. You figure it out afterwards. You get money in, you get paid, and then you either pay somebody who knows more than you. There's tons of people in my mentorship group who can help you deliver the service. They're a lot better than you are if you're a beginner, which is worth the price of admission. Or you can figure it out for yourself and just delay the turnaround time for the client on the back end so that you can learn how to go and deliver the service. So there's a lot of options here for you. If you find this information helpful, if you find these videos helpful, I want you to come to my masterclass that I'm going to be hosting. The link is in the description. And when you register, I'm going to also give you access to some free stuff. A lot of you maybe already have gotten some free stuff, but I'm going to be adding to it because there's a lot of information that I still want to add. I want to make it as valuable as possible. And there's going to be a lot of things I'm going to teach you on this masterclass that is going to be completely life-changing. Whether you're in sales, whether you're ambitious, you're in a 9-to-5, you are just getting started in the agency business, or you want to start your own business, or you're trying something, whether you're selling door-to-door solar, or you're wholesaling real estate on the phone, or you're selling insurance, doesn't matter what it is you're selling, doesn't matter if you're the best rep in your company, doesn't matter if you're the worst rep in your company, you're going to learn something here, and you're going to learn from me, and I think I'm the best. So I hope to see you there. And guys, I will see you in the next video. This stuff is incredibly important. Do not get caught in the trap of spending hundreds and thousands of hours. There's people that spend thousands of hours doing this stuff and learning and learning and learning. Consuming all this content is only going to hold you back, because if you consume all this content and learn how to do all this service delivery stuff before you go out and sell it, you're effectively wasting your time. I want you to get paid. I want you to win. I want you to crush all of these other guys that you're competing against who are sitting there spending hundreds of hours. All these guys who are wasting their time. I want you to come in. I want you to crush it. And I want you to win. So hopefully I'll see you on the masterclass. If not, then I will see you in the next video. Thank you guys for watching, and I appreciate you. See ya. Bye.